Brace yourself, because this summer's airline updates are nothing like last year's. We're diving into 8 major changes that could affect your next flight. And yes, some of them are outrageous. Let's start with a shocking find that travelers are actually getting hit with, just for standing up too. Early on the plane. Sounds ridiculous and unbelievable, right? But it's real. In Turkey, passengers who unbuckle and stand up before the seatbelt sign is turned off are now facing serious fines, ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars. This rule is being enforced at Istanbul Airport and on flights entering Turkey. Flight attendants are required to report violators, so even if the wheels are on the ground and you're eager to grab your bag, don't move until that seatbelt sign turns off. Alright, let's jump into the next bombshell. Solo travelers, you might want to sit down for this one before the airline charges you extra for doing it alone. On select U.S. routes, some passengers have discovered a hidden charge when booking for just one person. On a test route from Atlanta to Los Angeles, a solo ticket cost $239, but when booking for 2 people, only $167 per person. That's a $71 penalty simply for flying solo. Delta has quietly baked this into the fine print of their lowest fare classes. And while it may not be on every route, it's affecting enough travelers to cause outrage. Originally, Delta got called out first, but it's rumored that United and American were experimenting with similar price structures. After public backlash, Delta quietly rolled some of this back, but not everywhere. Let me know in the comment section. Do you fly solo or with others? This one personally hit a nerve for me because I fly solo about half the time, and this feels like a punishment, not a pricing model. Next, Southwest Airlines is not the airline you remember. If you've ever loved their bags fly free policy, well, don't get too attached. On May 28, 2025, checked baggage became no longer free. Your first checked bag? That'll be $35. The second one? That's now $45. But wait, it gets worse. They're also putting expiration dates on flight credits, depending on the fare type, either 6 months or 1 year. And those legendary open seating options? Say goodbye. In 2026, Southwest is switching to assigned seating, and yep, you'll now have to pay extra for more legroom or preferred seats. They're becoming just like every other airline, but with fewer perks. Another change you need to know about is happening over at United Airlines. Starting June 3, 2025, they rolled out a strict check-in policy. You must check in either online or in person, at least 45 minutes before departure for domestic flights. If you miss that window by even 1 minute, then United's system won't let you board. And not even the desk agents can override it. The silver lining? You can still check in 24 hours in advance using the United app or website. So, do yourself a favor. Don't wait until you get to the airport to check in. Let's talk about something that's quietly vanishing. Flights to the US from Europe and Canada. If you're planning an international trip, pay close attention. Flights from Europe to the US are down 10% compared to last summer. A friend of mine lives in Canada, and it's even worse for her. She told me that there is 33% fewer bookings, which has led to route cancellations. In fact, from my observation and what she has shared with me, airlines like Lufthansa, Air France, WestJet, and Air Canada are pulling out of US routes to focus on Latin America and the Caribbean instead. And fewer flights mean higher fares and less flexibility for Americans trying to get home, or for international travelers flying in. Being based in Canada means that the residents are definitely feeling the pinch. It's now harder and more expensive just to get to the US. Here's one update that might actually benefit you. United Airlines and JetBlue have officially partnered up, and it's kind of a game changer. You can now book flights, earn points, and use rewards across both airlines, plus keep your elite perks like free bags and priority boarding. JetBlue gets new slots at Newark, and United gets back into JFK in 2027. So if you have JetBlue points, use them on United. Got United status? Enjoy the benefits on JetBlue. Finally, a win for travelers. Ever thought you were snagging a bargain with Frontier Airlines? Think again. Their advertised low fares might lure you in, but by the time you add in seat selection, baggage, and other fees, your cheap flight could end up costing you hundreds more. For instance, selecting a seat can range from $17 to $55 each way, and checked baggage fees can vary, potentially adding significant costs to your trip. Navigating these unexpected fees can be overwhelming, but I've got you covered. To help you stay ahead of the game, I've put together a digital travel bundle. It's packed with checklists, smart tools, and a cheat sheet to help you avoid hidden charges and travel smarter. I will also tell you about my free ebook on top 5 travel scenarios and how to solve them. You shouldn't plan your next trip without both of these. I'll tell you more about these tools and resources in just a bit, but let's dive into the next shocking airline change. Now let's discuss something that could put your electronics and safety at risk. Power banks or portable chargers are getting new restrictions. After a fire broke out on a flight in South Korea in early 2025, airlines worldwide are tightening rules. In Asia, some airlines now ban the use of power banks during the flight. Other airlines will allow power banks up to 100 WEH without prior approval, and some may permit those between 100 WH and 160 WH with restrictions, such as a limit of 2 per passenger. Others require them to be stored under the seat or in the seat pocket, not in the overhead bin. Southwest Airlines has also joined in. As of May 2025, you can't use or charge your power bank on the airplane. And you are generally permitted to put it in your carry-on luggage, but not in checked baggage. It needs to be within reach, in case something goes wrong, so crew can act quickly. Here's what you should do. Keep it in your personal item, not in your checked bag or carry-on suitcase. Stick to reputable brands like Anchor. And always check your airline's specific power bank rules before flying. And finally, if you're headed to the United Kingdom, there's a new step before you even leave your house. As of January 8, 2025, U.S. and Canadian citizens had to apply for an ETA, or Electronic Travel Authorization, before traveling to the UK. It costs about $18, is valid for multiple trips over 2 years, and usually gets approved within a few days. Airlines may deny boarding if you don't have your ETA ready, because if you're turned away at immigration, they're responsible for flying you home. You can apply using the UK government's app or online. Just make sure to have your info and a photo ready. And no, you don't have to worry about the EU's ETIS system just yet. That one's been delayed to late 2026. By the way, if you're booking any of these flights with all these new rules and unexpected fees, don't forget to protect yourself with travel insurance. It's one of those things you hope you never need, but will be so glad you have if anything goes sideways, like cancellations, delays, or medical emergencies abroad. I've partnered with a trusted provider that offers affordable, reliable coverage with easy claims, and I'll leave the link down below for you to check it out. Also, when you're traveling internationally, especially with all these new travel rules about staying connected, I highly recommend using a VPN. It keeps your personal info safe on public Wi-Fi, lets you access apps and services from back home, and even helps you avoid annoying geo-blocks on your favorite shows or websites. I use one myself, and it's a total game changer. Check out the VPN I recommend. The link's down in the description as well, and that's just scratching the surface of what's changing in the skies this year. Want to know what's new inside the plane? From seating upgrades to surprise downgrades, I've got a full breakdown of the in-flight experience changes in a separate video. I'll link it for you below and pop it up on screen. Please hit that subscribe button and notification bell for future videos, weekly travel updates and tips, especially if you want to stay ahead of all these rapid airline changes. Make sure to download my free ebook, Top 5 Travel Scenarios and How to Solve Them. Whether you lose your passport abroad or miss a connecting flight, this guide will walk you through exactly what to do next. It's totally free and packed with real solutions. And if you're ready to take your travel planning to the next level, I've just released my brand new digital travel bundle, a 250-page ebook with 55 travel scenarios and how to solve them, an audiobook all about stress-free international travel planning, 5 video guides about changing rules and how to travel in France, Dubai, Thailand, Japan, and the UK, plus a full 7-day itinerary for each country. You shouldn't plan your next trip without these excellent travel resources. The links to grab your copy are in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video and want to show some love, you can always drop a super thanks because it really helps support the channel, and I truly appreciate every bit of it. That's it for now, folks. I hope you got some value from this video. Let me know in the comments which mistake you would probably have made, or if you have one I didn't mention. I would love to know. Thanks for staying until the end. I'm your host, Cheryl, saying bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.